Print fam, what's going on, man? Haven't talked to you guys in a long time, man. Been doing videos and stuff like that, but not on screen printing. And I wanted to get a video out real quick. It looks like there's a smudge on it. Hold on a sec. Ooh. I lost my tripod. I don't know where it went. I have to look for it, but right now it cannot be located. All right, I just made a video before. It was like 45 minutes long. It was perfect. The light was on, everything was working, and it didn't save. So how many times has that happened to you guys, content creators and all that stuff like that? You know, I suck at video editing. It's not like one of my strong points, but I just try my best. Two questions real quick that I just wanted to answer. No, I'm not closed, and no, I'm not selling my equipment. I've gotten a lot of emails about that, like what's the, you know, status of my place and what's this and that. I still screen print, not as much as I used to, but I still screen print at least 1 or 2 jobs a week, you know, or vinyl sublimation, something just to keep me busy, this and that. I work a full-time job, and this is a side gig. It's always been. And even with my white boy clothing, it's slowed down a lot. I'm trying to get everything together, trying to do a different release. I'm working with somebody else. We're trying to brand and put stuff together, you know, because it's a big world, and this is this is an easy job, and I'd rather not sell merchandise that I can't physically 100% check myself, you know, because most of the times whenever you bought from me off my website, you bought from me while I was printing. So every design was on a screen, every design was at home, and every color that I had to sell or I was selling was here. So I would just use, you know, I would store the stuff. It became a pain in the butt storing all these colors and stuff in Tupperware bins in his house because, you know, as of COVID, I left where I was working, you know, doing this on the side with somebody, and took it home. And I did have it in the basement. I was all set up. It was all nice and stuff like that. It was a nice hobby. And then my mother-in-law broke her hip, and she ended up being in the hospital for a couple months, and then she had to move in and live with us. So the basement now is, you know, her apartment, basically. It's a one-family house. It's not an apartment, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's used to be a man cave, if you want to call it that. But today, you know, for just putting a video out. Oh, damn it! I dropped yous. For just putting a video out. We're doing a 2-color design today. Turn the thing around. I think I broke the clip. Jesus. Nope, clip's good. Okay. We're doing the 2-color design today. All right, front and back. Front, 2-color front, 2-color back. Today I'm just doing the 2-color fronts on the adult size shirts. I still have to make screens for the youth size. I thought I was gonna get away with it, but the customer is using Bella Canvas, Gildan, which is fine. Gildan Bella is fine, but the next level clothes, they're really size small, like even on the youth sizes. Like normally I could get away with using a design, like if I have a lot of 2X, 3Xs, then I have to make different screens. I have to make bigger screens for those shirts. But if I only have a couple, I really could get away with it. And like maybe one, this one I think only has 1 or 2, seriously. So I'm using like a 10.5 design, maybe 10.5 by 12. So normally I could get away with it, but these ones are like really small. They're size small, so even the larges, the youth larges, won't fit. So I definitely have to make new screens. So then that puts me into, you know, making 4 more screens for the youth sizes. Last job that I just did a couple weeks ago, I had to make 3 sets of screens. Job came out great, but it was time consuming, you know how it goes. So I'm just gonna spin the board. I'm gonna put you back up here. Hope you don't fall again. Maybe I'll put you here. Sticky in the ink. Yeah. Can I see it? I mean, it looks a little high, right? Alright. I don't know where my tripod. I can't find it. So I'm doing a flash print on both colors. I'm only using 2 boards right now because I am actually way ahead of the deadline. I was wrong on the deadline. I didn't check it, but the deadline was actually, I thought it was this coming week. And I'm on call for my other job on Friday. So I was like, you know what, let me get it all done now And then I looked again, it's actually 2 weeks from now. So I still got some time. But that doesn't mean anything. I'm still going to bang them out since I already made the screens. And now that I have to make U-size screens too, on my second time around, I only hit it once. Like, I'll lay it once. There's enough ink on it. One challenge I've noticed with these, some of these tanks, these Bellas, they're so thin, they're very thin. This is cotton polyester. So with that, and the fact that I'm using 180 mesh screens because of all the design and all the little holes and stuff that are in it, you have to hit it like twice just to keep it opaque, even though this is general purpose Plastisol inks. So you can get away with using this ink on polyester, most polyesters, and definitely cotton, you know. So that's it. That's the final. Did I even do the black twice? Yeah, I think I did. I don't know. Time goes by. So let me see what this looks like. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, I'm gonna burn it. Let it burn again. Just to make sure. Been moving everything. I still have my conveyor dryer in the basement, so of course I can't move it up here. So I'm gonna make sure this stuff is dry. Just pile it in together. And when I'm totally finished with the job, oh yeah, it looks perfect, beautiful. When I'm totally done with the job, then I'll just put them all together and just run them through the conveyor dryer. Yeah. Let me get you guys up here so you can see it real quick. I'm gonna make this video kind of short since I already wasted 45 minutes before and I only got like 19% left on battery. But here we go. Let's get in there nice. Black and turquoise overlapping in some spots. Looks really good. So hopefully everybody's been good. Everybody's been doing, you know, as I do this video, everybody's healthy and safe and everything with all the crazy stuff going on today with inflation in Ukraine. Pray to Ukraine, pray to those poor people that are dying out there. It's been crazy. Let me just run another 2 shirts for you. People might ask why I have blue tape on top of here. It's normally because I use the blue tape. This is kind of like giving me a hard time now. I usually use the blue tape to put the design on top, just so I can line it up so that I know if everything is even and set, you know. A lot of people like to use some shirts. I don't know. I've had, like, there's usually sometimes a line from folding that goes up the shirts when they fold them. I don't like to use that. I use the neckline all the time, even it out as much as I can. Because you never know who's folding your clothes or doing, oh, backwards. Damn, I'm gonna burn that then. Alright, hold on. This one's good. Nice and hot. Hot off the presses. As you can see, I got the U-size board ready to go. I gotta clean it, it's dirty, but I don't think it's gonna fit the design. Nope. So, whatever I could put on the step down, this is the adult extra large pallets. Whatever, I can use the smaller pallets. What do they call them? The teenage pallets? I don't know, whatever. Small extra large pallets, if you wanna call it. I'll use them, and whatever I can't fit on the other clothes, I'll just have to make new screens. So much work making screens all the time, right? Sometimes you wish, you had a DTG machine, instead of doing this, but I have friends that have DTG machines and they wish they were screen printers, so for me, the amount of clothes and stuff that I do, I rarely do one-offs anymore. Sometimes I do, but if I could do them in vinyl or sublimation, then I'll do it, but the amount of volume, I'm into like 100 clothes and 50, 100, this and that. It wouldn't be profitable, it wouldn't make business sense using the DTG, but I do, on a lot of my White Boy Closet, I do sell. In a pinch, I will give them to my friend to do DTGs on them, because they do look the same and stuff like that, and for the amount of money that I have to pay him for the shirts before I sell it to you or ship it, I've never heard any comments or anything saying about people complaining. I've never had to refund anything, besides one shirt that I did with direct-to-film. I tried a company to do direct-to-film because I ordered some direct-to-film clothes and it wasn't bad, but the one order went out and I don't know what kind of direct-to-film that they used, but it looked like cheap vinyl, and it was a 5-color design. And I thought, well, you know what, instead of me having to print 5 colors, because I actually washed the screens, and I was like, I'm in a pinch, let me just send it out to this company, direct-to-film, maybe if I could use it, if the quality, like I said, I've used them before to buy my own stuff and it was okay, but I figured if I could do that, and the shipping wasn't bad, it was about 2 weeks. It's not that bad, 7 days, 8 or 9 days, whatever. And I shipped, somebody bought, shipped it over, they made it, shipped it to them with my own packaging, stuff like that. And the customer called me, complained, didn't call me, sent me an email, I spoke to them over the phone. They complained, and I paid for them to ship it back to me. I sent the return envelope and this and that. They sent it back to me and I was disgusted. It was like, from what I used to get from them compared to what they sent them, the customer, it was like cheap vinyl. Like, I actually fixed it by just putting it on my heat press and pressing it, and pressing the shit out of it, and it looked like fine after that. But then you have to sit there and think, what's the durability of it? Like, how long is it going to last? Is it going to be an equivalent to what a screen print does, or a direct to garment too, you know? And it was just appalling. And that's kind of why I backed away from that. And I don't trust a lot of these people that push these companies and stuff like that. Like, I've used Supacolor before, and they're really good. I mean, they are good. It's just when you want to do profit margins and stuff like that, or, you know, Transfer Express, you know, like when we do big events and we go to these places, of course we're not going to go there with 100 shirts in all different sizes with the same design on it, even though it's being sold for the, you know, for that event. You know, we're not doing that. It's not profitable. You're going to come back with half your shirts or even more than that, not, you know, not being able to be used now or sold, you know. So we put our designs in. I've used Transfer Express a bunch of times, and I've had no problems with them. So, and the durability of the stuff it's screen printed transfers, you know, and you can definitely tell that. But all right, so listen, I'm gonna end this video now. I got still more stuff to do. I'm gonna do maybe another 25 because I'm so ahead. I'm almost done with all the adult sizes. It was 100 and something. Until next time, you guys, God bless, peace, stay healthy, just keep grinding, bro. The hustle never stops, just keep going. Peace out. Bye. White boy.